This is the Conservative Czar, December 2nd, 2024. I want to try to do a series outlining the issues confronting Donald Trump, the MAGA movement, and what we're going to do going forward. And I want to explain this first part, and that is that Donald Trump does not have control of Congress. In effect, he has a one vote majority in the House of Representatives. And there are at least 50 to 60 rhinos in the House of Representatives. There's 10 that might as well be Democrats. There's no way Donald Trump's going to have control. And he has a Speaker of the House, which the last time had to get the Democrats to stay in power. There's no way that Donald Trump is going to have control of this Congress, the House of Representatives, nor is he going to have control of the Senate. In fact, I should do a piece about the looming war between Trump and the Senate, and it's about to bloom forward now. But the Senate, 3 votes. One of them is Lisa Murkowski, who is a Democrat. The second is Susan Collins. Now, she'll stay with Trump on some of the fiscal issues, but she's a 50%er. You can't trust her vote. So, in effect, you're down to 1 vote with a majority of the House voting for Rhino Thune to be the Senate leader. Donald Trump is not going to naturally, he is not going to have control of either house. And that means that he has to compromise to get legislation done. And I predict that it'll be so watered down that any legislation will be useless. So Donald Trump has to rule almost exclusively by executive order. And that's tough to do. That's a whole bunch of lawsuits, probably the Supreme Court involved, and many of those decisions. But he isn't going to get any legislation. A good legislation. He'll get legislation. There'll be compromise omnibus bills, delaying the CR, all sorts of things. But he doesn't have control of Congress. Now, what he does have control, if he gets some of these executive picks, like Kash Patel at FBI, Pam Bondi at Justice, these are people that can, on their own, act to disrupt the establishment. So I'm not writing off Trump doing anything, but he is going to be hampered by Congress. And there's no way around it. No way around it. And this is the lay of the land. And by the way, these senators know this, and they're not going to want to confirm Patel. They're not going to want to confirm Bondi. They're not going to want to confirm Hegseth. They're going to fight it. These Republican senators, remember, there's only 1 vote. These are all majority. It takes a majority to confirm. The way this looks to me is the Senate, the Rhino Senate is going to determine the cabinet. And they're not going to allow Trump to pick his picks. That's what's looming ahead. Now, some of that is conjecture, but what is not conjecture at all is that Donald Trump has no control of the House of Representatives and no control of the Senate. And he's not going to get good legislation through at all. I don't know. I mean, this will be a war. Fundamentally, right now, it's going to be a war between Trump and the Senate. And who blinks in this war? Well, Trump already blinked. He already blinked when he pulled Gates, which was a huge mistake. I don't mind him going down, but Trump should have stood his ground. Say, if you want him, you don't want to confirm him, vote that way. That's what Trump should have said. Instead, he gave up too quickly. He's going to rue the day he did. And this fight, every single day, look at the Senate. and how they're going to end up opposing Donald Trump's cabinet picks. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.